Do you know what these people have in common? This is Amelie. With the discovery of a simple childhood treasure, she begins a quest to fix other people's lives. And perhaps her own as well.
The story of the film is about a girl named Amelie, whose childhood was suppressed by her father's mistaken concerns of a heart defect. And because of this, Amelie doesn't get to really interact with other people, so she starts to just use her own imagination to create her own fantastical world. When she becomes a young woman, she moves out of her parents' house and into a central part of Paris as a waitress. In the beginning of the film, she's pretty quiet and keeps to herself and doesn't really talk to many people at all. But after finding a box of lost treasures that used to belong to a former occupant of her apartment, she decides to track him down and give him back his possessions. After a bit of time, she does track him down and sets up this elaborate little plot, basically, in order to give him back his possessions without actually having to reveal herself as the one who found them. After she gives him back his possessions and sees what an emotional reaction it has with him, she decides to try and help as many people as she can make their lives better. She starts to help anybody she can. She starts with the people she knows from her work, the people she meets randomly, and her neighbors in her apartment. She also starts to fall in love. But with all of these different people she's helping and all these escapades, she starts to realize that it is distracting her from things that she needs to fix in her life and also making it more difficult for her to pursue her want of having a true love. The film is filled with comedy and quirky characters and some touching dramatic moments too. The film came out in 2001 and had 5 Academy Award nominations. I was truly surprised by the film. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it just because of the way it's styled, and also I don't watch too many foreign movies, but I truly enjoyed this film. I probably wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't for this project, and I could have gone my whole life without seeing an amazing movie. There are many different reasons why I think this is such a good movie. First of all, it has a great story. The storyline is great, and it is well written. The acting in the movie is amazing. Everyone does a fantastic job and are completely believable as real people. Another thing I really enjoyed was how the film was shot and the way they played around with so many different creative ideas and visual aspects of the film. And it was just shot very beautifully the whole time. But I truly think the story and the writing are the two things that make this movie so amazing. The comedy in the movie was very sharp and witty, which is something I really enjoyed. And Amelie is a very iconic character. She's so kind and giving, and having this drive to help as many people as she can is just truly inspiring. One of my favorite scenes in the movie, Amelie goes over to this blind man who is kind of lonely, and she's seen him around town a bit, but he hasn't been able to interact with anybody in however many years it's been. But she grabs his arm and she walks with him all around town, and while they're walking, she describes all the different things that are happening around them very quickly. And you can just start to see his face light up, and the joy he has of being able to experience the world a bit more and meet somebody and talk to somebody. And so they go through town, and she shows him all these different things, and then she walks him to the train station and then says, "Have a good day, goodbye," and just runs off. And so it's a very, very well put together scene. It's very touching, and it's also kind of great how she's this faceless person to all the people she helps, because none of the people she helps ever really know that it's her that is the one who's helping them improve their lives. If you haven't seen the movie, I very much recommend it if you enjoy well-written, touching comedies. It is definitely one of my favorite comedies I've seen in a long time, and it's a movie I will probably buy and watch over and over again.